Welcome back, welcome back. So I'm talking to myself, right? And I just came up with the most disturbing reality thought in my life because I forget what starts this conversation. I was watching a reading and it said something about me understanding people. And then I started talking to myself like, yeah. Oh, it said people are shocked because you could see them and then they perceive you to be a certain way, right? And then because you're really that's a part of who you are, not all of who you are, and you talk to these people that know you can see them and you're not an asshole, they're shocked by that. And I said to myself, that's because I used to be that person. Awareness is just knowledge. Every time you become more aware, you jump levels of understanding, which puts you on a new level. A wise person will always understand. I used to be an ignorant, stupid motherfucker, just like the people that I'm arguing with. The same goofy shit they're saying, I was standing in their place, and someone that knew more than me was arguing with me about the same shit. That's what makes me not hate people. That's what makes me not. That's what makes me say all the time, I don't have enemies. Enemies just have me. I'm their enemy. You're not my enemy. You're just me from back in the day. When I used to think, oh, this nigga's telling me he's telling me things I don't understand. So he's trying to hurt my feelings. Nah, I'm trying to wake you the fuck up. Anyway, that led me into thinking about something that has nothing to do with that. I don't know how I go off to these things, but when you're a vast thinker, one thing leads to another. So I ended up on how many people actually, without realizing, are stepdads. You know, I don't know how I got to this thing with kids and where this thought is going, but it's more of a rant than a definite answer or anything like that. It's more of an acknowledgement of things from the knowledge that I've been receiving growing and, other people telling me stories. And I realized like this relationship thing, you know, um, is defined by very universal things like family and all that, right? And recently, I watched a video about how they were saying about stepdads. Being a stepdad is almost fucking useless now because you don't get respect and all of this. And I said to myself, I said stepdads never really got respect. Some do, they get all the right respect, and some don't. And then it clicked in my mind about what old niggas said to me, and a lot of older men was like, I forgot what it was. It was an old something that I watched, and an older man. Even though I've been told this most of my life, but a joke is what made it like lock in. And the joke was, um, you hear women talking all this goofy shit about loyalty and da 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 da. He said, listen, in our grandfather's day, they were hoes, and they're hoes now. Just like men was hoes back then and hoes now. There was good men back then and there's good men now. People just think shit changes. And he was like, stepdads get the bad rap. Like, they're not actually the backbone of this country and society through history. And I said, "Oh, what you mean, homie?" And he said, "Listen, until we invented the pregnancy test, most motherfuckers, you don't know if those are your kids. The only way you know those are your kids is the God's DNA test, your face. your kid gets your face. And then you know. Because you're like, they look like you. You know? And then the reality of your kids don't always look like you because your DNA has been on the earth for a long time. So your kid could look like your great grandfather that you don't know about. You know what I'm saying? But there are features your family has that others don't. So if it don't look like you, he's still gonna have your features. You know what I'm saying? And this guy blew my mind because he said, man, a lot of motherfuckers, he said, you want to really see what's up? Go look at grandma and grandpa's old pictures and see how everybody look different. And you tell me that motherfucker made all those kids. Yeah, I. Yeah, I. Two out of three of those kids wasn't your real fucking brothers and sisters. Your grandma was a hoe. Fuck out of here. Your grandmother cheated on grandpa. The fuck out of here. And they discussed it. They just never told y'all niggas about it. They knew what the real shit was. The old school niggas had that real shit. Like, nigga, you ain't gonna embarrass me. We gonna take this shit to the grave. We gonna live this lie for the benefit of my family. And then I thought about the reverse of that, cause women, you know, I've talked to countless amounts of older generational women, you know, not just my generation. And the Rolling Stone father, Mr. fucking have a whole nother family in another town, and you know, town next over, he got a whole nother fucking family she doesn't know about until the kids are around like teenage level, and you know, you gotta go to high school, and you gotta go places, you gotta take pictures and shit, you gotta be seen, and then that one person sees you and rats on your ass. You know what I mean? Now we live in the internet day. You have another town in the family, you're getting caught quick. Why? Because your bitch gonna put your baby picture up on Facebook, on Instagram, on da 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 da. You can't have a secret family no more. Well, you can. You just gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta know how to work the internet and make sure these people don't see things. But if somebody wants to catch you, you know, you're caught. That's it. And I thought to myself, alright, so if since the beginning of time men been accusing women of fucking other niggas, and this is why we used to like, you know, make sure you're virgins and shit, because the most important thing to a man is family. That's actually his. You know, this is why men complain so much through the history of time. Um, and now we live in this era, and the women can say, "Well, listen, nigga, y'all be calling me no hoe. What about Rolling Stone dads?" You know what I'm saying? And that's where I come in to talk about the picture and give a whole new problem. You know, because everybody's worrying about that, and let's complain and meh, and I'm like, yo, do y'all not see the bigger picture problem? Y'all focused on that goofy shit, and y'all not focused on what I'm about to bring up. How many people have fucked their own stepsister or stepbrother and you don't know because your mother's a fucking whore, and now you get it? Daddy was a fucking whore and he had fucking five kids in five different states from going on vacations, right? You move to one of those states or they move next to you, you feel this. I feel this person like they know me, or yeah, you have the same DNA. You don't like that person. You like them like a brother or sister. They're hot. I have this feeling. How many times has this happened? Huh? Yeah. I bet I got some of you niggas thinking, right? I bet you're gonna be a little careful throwing your dick around. You might have incest on you. You know? Even worse, how many people have have met these people, don't know, and had a baby and a family with them. And then gonna find out later on, because it always comes out somehow, some way, maybe. And when you find out, what are you gonna do? Hmm? I really want to know. See, me, when I was younger, I stopped fucking with black women, right? And it always bothered me that I couldn't find one like me, right? And then I lived in a small town and, had big family that was connected to, you get it? Other people. So in my brain as a young man, I said, I don't know all my family members and I need to be careful of just being a nasty ass nigga sticking his dick in bitches that look good, cause, you know, it might be my cousin. How many of you niggas thought like that when you were young? Or you just said, OPP, yeah, you know me, I'm gonna fuck mad bitches, I'm gonna fuck mad bitches. That's the goal. We gotta be cool, fuck mad bitches. How many of you niggas is fucking your cousins and you probably don't even care? Some of you niggas is nasty. You're like, well, she's my third cousin, second, fourth cousin, I don't give a fuck. How many of you niggas actually fucked your stepsister? Your direct daddies, they came out the same pussy you did. They came out the same ball sack as you, but your family split apart, or you had a lying ass parent that had a whole nother family somewhere else. It was too fucking stupid to be like, let me make sure these people know of each other in case they meet each other and they don't think they're family, because I slept with one white girl and I slept with one Spanish girl and I slept with one black girl, so now my kids don't even look like each other. They're completely different looking races almost. And when they grow up, they're gonna grow up in a world where the racism shit's almost over. So everybody's gonna be fucking everybody. Get it? How many times? See, what made me think like this as an older man is I learned about slavery and what they did to us and how they broke our families up and said, I'm gonna make sure to mix you niggas up. And I said, that's fucked up. Not only does that break us apart in many dimensions of unity or ever trying to be unified, but that also would be the perfect way to take the people of God, because, he has that incest law and he says don't do that. And it's the greatest way to fuck niggas up that actually go back to him. And then you want to love and you want to be free. And we going to let your dusty ass free. And then let you go. And then you go get married to your own kind because we traumatized you and made you scared to be with other people. And then you're running around fucking on your own flesh. You're running around fucking your slavery actual family members and you don't know. Because we split you niggas up on purpose like that. How many times did a nigga have a baby? How many times in slavery were you forced to have a baby at like 17? Because you was a big brute ass nigga, right? And you had all these babies. Then about time you're 25, you got your freedom, right? Now, let me make a little later. Maybe like 40, Like 20 years, 25 years goes by from your 19-year-old gigolo days on a slave plantation, and you was a gigolo. That's what you were, a breeder. That's what you were made for. And now you get free after 40 some 45 years, 20 years, I mean, right? Now you're 40, free, and you move away. You move far away, and you find a nice little girl, nice woman, 20 years younger than you. Get it? You see where this is going, right? Because they took your kid 20 years ago. And now that daughter's grown up She had a daughter, you know? How many times has this may have happened? I wonder. Because how would you know? You wouldn't know until later on. And because, the Lord says don't do things for a reason, because those things will eventually fuck up the physical body. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. We do live in a time where everyone's like, oh, I wonder. I wonder. Like Genghis Khan, the legend of Genghis Khan, how in his later years after he finished conquering the known world and he's all old and he said, "I'm fucking up niggas." He hated people so bad, he figured out the greatest way to hurt you. He said, "I'm gonna fuck into as many of your women as possible. That way you gotta see my face in your fucking bloodline for the centuries to come. When I die, hundreds of years after I die, my face will be in your bloodline." That's a cruel motherfucker. I'm sure my father has a special place for him. Do you even know that there were men like that think like that? Nah, you don't know about things like that. You do now. Sound the horns. My daddy's in the building. So, that should make people think, you know? That should get people to think a little bit. What you gonna think about, I don't know. And I frankly don't give a fuck. I'm here to make people think about things. Put your ass in the shadow room. Because I can't be right about everything, right? But I knew for a fact that they wrote these things down, that they did these things. And then I think of, well, what would people do when they're free? Oh, you're going to go live free. And then you don't even know that it wasn't just to hurt your feelings. It made you feel bad. Oh, I can't keep my children. Yeah, that's part of the make you feel bad. But when 100 years from now, you want to follow the Lord again, and you find out that you literally did one of the abominations out of His Bible of sleeping with your own bloodline, but you don't even know. Which the Lord said, "I'll curse you for these things. I'm gonna make your life harder." Maybe the Lord will have forgiveness on these people because you've been tricked into it, you know? And he does do things like, make people figure out things and then you can stop, you know? I wonder if we can sue for that. That's for another video. Anyway, it seems like a lot of people are starting to figure out a lot of things about these black Indians. I just watched one of the greatest things I've ever seen a dude break down. And, you know, the future is going to be it's only going two ways. Like I said, I'm stressing. I'm trying to learn each of these lessons. Shadow's giving half of the page and some blessings. What you call your soul is what I call your essence. Mind creates the personality. Soul gives direction. Perfection is an illusion that is given. Just like walls and bars are the only prisons. My mental walls build up. My bars is my scars. My tank is all filled up, but my life is in pause. Others reaching for the stars. I'm reaching for my guard. Shadow preaching for the gun. I use this pen as my sword. Rob of disciples misusing the Bible, then recycle. Abusing knowledge and give a lesser man a bad title. What can I do but fight you? I feel that is righter. To use my wisdom over the gun and remain a writer. Remain a fighter with a human desire to live free from you shadows and reclaim my title. That 16 bars has new meaning to me every motherfucking couple of years. And I wrote it when I was at my most ignorant. There's so many things that I say in that 16 that I'm sure of now and can stand on whatever. But when I look back then, I'm like, yo, you were just beginning learning things. You even say it in the beginning. I'm stressing because I'm trying to learn each of these lessons. It's me talking about learning. Me waking up finally like, holy fuck. I'm stressing. I'm trying to learn each of these lessons. What lessons? The Bible. Because they give half of the page. They tell you what the verse says, but they don't give you the lessons. They only gave us half of it. They said Jesus is real and Jesus is white, and that's because they said he's the light. But when you read the real lessons of Revelations 14, it describes what his fucking skin looks like, and he's not. You know. And then the ending goes, I want to reclaim my title. Oh, I wonder what title I'm trying to reclaim. I didn't know back then when I wrote it. I was just trying to find myself when I wrote this. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I learned about the slavery that they teach us in school, and they said, we took your fucking name from you. We took the way you used to live from you. We removed you from everything you was. So I wonder what my title I'm trying to reclaim. I wonder if the people that took my motherfucking name knows my real name. I wonder. All love and all praise to the Most High. I wonder why I think the way I think. I wonder why you think the way you think. I wonder when we're gonna come to the same conclusions. If we all need to reclaim our titles. Are you really white? Are you really Spanish? Are these words made up? If they aren't, then that means these words and the name that you have should be in books thousands of years ago, right? And if they're not, then maybe the names from thousands of years ago is your real name. And then some of us are going to find out the hard thing. Thousands of years ago, you didn't exist. And two different people created you. That's your beginning. A couple of 100 years ago. Get it? So then you're going to have to choose. Do I go with my mother or do I go with my father? Because I'm half of both. Now you're going to have to do the hard choosing. What you already chose. Does my mother have power or does my father have power? And then you're going to figure out your mother ain't the one that had power because your father took, her husband out. And that's why he's a different nation. Get it? That's why you have two different bloodlines. Get it? Because a man said, you're mine now. And I'm going to lay down with you. And you're going to bear my new children. And since they're not going to look exactly like me, well, we got to give them a name, don't we? All love and all praise to the Most High. Let you catch a little bit of this reading. More than shocking. Let y'all get a little bit of this work real quick, because I like this reading. I don't think it's just about me. I know there's many others, like I said in my other videos, for me, readings are to let me know about my wolves and my ninjas. These readings aren't just about me. They're used so I can show you me, and I know my wolves and ninjas are out there doing the work. So whoever this is for that's doing the work, congratulations. Keep doing you. I can't really tell you what to do, because even though we're on the same type of time limit of whatever, your life is your life and my life is my life, and until we're a team, you know, so we actually interact and shit, that's when we can give each other advice of what to do. You know, until then, I make these videos so people going through what I go through, you can have a choice. That's what I bring, choices.
Existential crisis? Fuck, you know what I mean. Okay? You put them in that crisis.
Oh, the shadows?
The light that you hold, the space that you hold for people, they feel like you are not of this world.
Because I'm not.
I think you do more than just shock people.
How can I be just of this world? I am of the world. I was born in the world just like you. You just, you're your body. I understand that I have a body and that I came from somewhere into this body. See, yous don't remember that. Yous don't remember that. So you are the world. That's why the Lord said, "Don't be of the world, motherfucker. I sent you down there, bitch ass nigga. You ain't the body of the soul." What are you talking about? You get it? So, yeah, I'm not from here. Neither are you.
I think you put them in an existential crisis. Existential crisis?
I put you in the shadows. Whoever's listening to this right now, I'm doing it to you right now. The shadows is your brain. The shadows is when I get your brain to think of things. And when I lock you in there, that means when this goes off, when I'm no longer around and you think about the things I say, I put you in the shadow room. Get it? Where was the Lord? Where was the Lord? Oh, he came out the darkness, the shadows. What are we in? We're on land. We're surrounded by water, and then there's a dome above us, and all we see is black. Could we be in the shadows? You fucking idiot ass niggas.
Fuck, you know what I mean. Okay? You put them in that crisis.
Shadows.
Okay? For real. Okay, that's a big shock right there. Okay, we're doing more than shocking people here, Spirit. Immortality. Do you believe in life after love?
Oh wow, she always singing my songs. That's that old school shit. I want it long as young enough. What you know about that song? Y'all niggas don't know about that shit.
Down either.
I never stay down.
We're gonna get more on that because that is a lot deeper. That's deep. Okay, so let's see. Intellectual richness.
That's what she said.
Here. Oh, that's deep. That's some deep stuff. Okay. People feel like you're ancient, honey. How do I put this? Because I don't think they know, like, 12th house, Piscean, divine power, immortality, and the spirit. They feel you shock people because they are thinking things about you that they have never thought about any other person in their entire life. That you are alien-esque.
The old people used to say, the word for that is, you have an old soul. What they meant by that is, you're in tune with what? Your soul, truth. See, I'm starting to understand this in a small way. The Bible says your soul is in your blood, right? Right? Scientists say sperm is blood, right? And that would mean whatever person the original you come from, right? That doesn't matter who you mix with, you still have half of that. You get it? You get it? You still have this. It all comes from somewhere. Get it? Um, I think the Lord chose all of us to do things. No one's exempt from having existence. So because you exist, you know, the Lord didn't give Adam the garden for no reason. He had a mission. What did he say? Build a business? He said, what did he tell Adam to do? He said, go live, nigga. And then people did live. And everything we do makes Big Dog do things. Get it? And that changes the mission. So, having an old soul really is, I don't know exactly how to explain it or what it truly means and all that, but I've heard that, I heard shit like that. And I heard, oh, you're different. And no, I'm not different. I accept the truth that's always been there. And a lot of people won't. So when you say things and do things, they're like, wow, you're wise. No, I'm not. Someone told me this and I believe them. So I carry it on. I'm not going to not live or say the truth.
Like, you are not of this planet. The way your mind works, the way you operate, the way you move, hell, even your beauty, just the way you look, you carry something that is not of this world.
The Lord.
That's my ego that you're stroking. I don't mean to be stroking no egos, but I don't know how else to put this. I guess Spirit will tell me. What's this intellectual richness?
To me, it's nothing to brag about. It's something that everybody comes here with. You just drop it off and say, I'll be back for you later. And then you just completely forget that it's there, and then you say everyone's lost. Oh no! Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You just keep letting other motherfuckers convince you you don't know. So once you decide, yes, I do know the truth. It's basic, simple, and then when I accept the basic, simple truth, all these big ass truths and shit, it'll be easy to figure out, or I don't need to figure it out. I don't need to because it don't match up with my basic truth. So if it don't match up with my basic truth, I don't need to figure out nothing because the truth is simple. So all that mystery shit, I ain't got time for that because the truth is the truth.
Okay, fertility. We have release and depth. If you have intellectual depth, you have a very fertile mind. We have Sedna.
Because I keep it simple. You know, by going back to the source, the Father, and then it seems like it's so deep sometimes, but it is because learning the basics, the Father, then allows you to expand and then learn other things. And all this shit is the Lord said you're gonna endure, Adam, till you come home. To me, that's the Lord talking to every last one of you. The only mission you have is to be down there, and you're in jail. But your jail is great. Look how dope I made it. I made all that shit for you down there. Now go and live and try to follow my way and understand if you don't, the things down there follow my laws. And when you interrupt my natural nature laws, nature's gonna fuck you up and put you back in your fucking place.
and Yukiona release. Compassion, intellectual richness, and release. What shocks people about you is your ability to release this depth. Like I said, the way you talk, there is such depth to it. It's like you can say a few, not but a few words, but the layering, this is why people think you're immortal, because the way you get people's brain ticking and working, it's like layers upon layers upon layers of depth there. Like,
when a person has that ability, I don't know if that's me. I've heard that sometimes, but I don't think that's what a lot of people would think because I've lived long enough to know that I can stand in front of somebody and seem completely batshit crazy, or I can sit in front of somebody and the things I say sound super duper smart. But it's really just because they heard these things, certain things, maybe for the first time, or they haven't heard it in so long from another human being because they possess the knowledge that they're like, wow, finally somebody else that has discovered this. Like, what the fuck? It's so simple. What's wrong with people? Like, I just had a great conversation with a girl that's a tomboy, and it's it's a funny story. It's the last. I'm gonna cut this. You know, I'm gonna get this little last story. Hopefully, it helps somebody. So I met this girl, and when I met her, you know, she was dressed in a peculiar way. Like she had like how I tell my wolves, yo, when you walk, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you, everything matters. It makes people judge you. And this person was like a yin and yang. They like to express themselves, but that expression of self changes drastically. And when I first seen her, it's the laid back, hippie, goofy, funny girl, tomboy, strong girl, you know? And as I'm talking to her, I'm looking at her and I'm like, yo, you under there, this look you got, I didn't say this, but in my mind I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, you're a baddie. Like why are you dressing like that? Like you have the body shape, you have the face. Um, why aren't you like the rest of these chicks that have these features and just I was intrigued, and then I seen her Facebook. Right, I didn't see her for months, and I'm cruising through Facebook right before I shut my shit down, and I found her Facebook, but it wasn't a regular Facebook. Well, it was regular, but I say it wasn't regular because she wasn't dressing the way I seen her and met her. Like I said, the change is drastic. On Facebook, she's not um dressed where she's regular and she's like a regular, like you see the person on FaceLine online, and you meet somebody, you're like, whoa, this is two different people. Who the fuck's the real one? You know? And because online, she's the typical online chick, you know? The body under the baggy clothes that I could imagine because I'm a thinker and I'm not stupid. And I knew, I was like, yo, she's probably bad under there. Like, why you hiding? And then when I see it on there, I said, oh shit, now I see why you be hiding. You ain't trying to hear all that goofy shit on the street. Because I'm sure she got to hear that shit online, you know? And then I ran into her recently after months. And this time I seen her, she was in the middle. She wasn't, um, she had the sweatpants and a bubble on with the hair looking right, but she wasn't the person on Facebook that she could be, you know? And then in our conversation, she said it. She said, because I told her, I let her know. I was like, yo, you know, I seen your Facebook, right? I haven't seen you mad long. Hope you been alright. All this. We talked about the things that what even made us even stop and talk the first time. And I asked her if she was still going and everything was, you know, gave little progress reports. And I asked her, but I was like, yo, why you be hiding yourself? She said, what you talking about? Because now she's obviously not hiding herself. But she's not full blast. Like I said, the look could be drastic. But this time I seen her, she was in the middle of it. And she was like, yeah, it's because like I'm a tomboy. And I said, oh, well, yeah, you kind of said that the first time. But I said, yeah, but I seen your Facebook. If I seen your Facebook and I met you through there, I would have never thought you was a tomboy. I would have never thought you was into the things we talked about, like, and I would have never even approached you the way I did. And she said, yeah, I know. I'm both ways. And I said, oh shit. I said, finally, somebody that's I guess I don't even want to weird like me, I guess, but it's not really weird because there's many of us and we've always been. We just in the background or got pushed in the background or something. Cause you one way motherfuckers is it's weird. So she goes on and explains to me. She goes, yeah, I'm a tomboy. But I'm not just a tomboy, I'm a fucking girl too. Like I like to get dressed up. I like being, you know, I want a nigga to think I look sexy too. But I also, shit, I like sports. I fucking take a nigga on the court with the dress on, no shoes, and nigga, we could be out in the party. Let a nigga talk about basketball and how nice he is. I'll take that nigga on the court right there. I said, oh shit, I like her. I said, I feel you, yo. I was like, I'm the same way. I was like, maybe not with sports, but with certain things, you know? I'm aggressive. I'm a man, but I'm not a nigga that watch sports, shorty. I can't sit there and watch sports. I was like, I don't want to see that shit. Will I watch sports? Yeah, LeBron, right? Championship, blah 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 blah. I know how to be in that settings because I'm a man, but I'm not a man that particularly. I don't watch sports. Sports to me is UFC. Niggas knocking each other the fuck out. Niggas doing paintball competitions or military training. That's fucking gladiator shit. Is that sports to me? This shit that niggas like now, it's dope. It used to be dope when I was younger. You know what I mean? I like basketball. I like playing basketball, but I can't watch basketball. You know what I mean? It's just not what it used to be to me. Because I gave in to my other side. I like other things. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because I'm a motherfucker that wanted to be out there and then didn't get to be out there. But I don't want to watch niggas that's out there doing anything and immortalize another nigga over myself. You know what I mean? I don't know. Because that's what I be. I be seeing a lot of niggas living through these niggas. And I'm like, nigga, if you like basketball, that means you probably played basketball. Because you liked it. But you didn't get to be that. But you gave up on what you like because that nigga made it? Did you even really like it? You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that I be on. And I realized, nah, niggas really don't like anything. Niggas just see oh, you could look, you could be, everybody love you when you that. I want to try to be that. That's why everybody can't make it. Anyway, so as I'm beginning to listen to this woman explain how she's a feminine woman and a tomboy, I'm like, yo, see, I knew when I talked to my wolves and my ninjas about tomboys or a feminine aggressive woman or this type of whatever thing that I am, I'm a wolf, I'm this. But nigga, I love. Nigga, I'm soft. Nigga, I want what I want. I'm not just what has been projected as all men. You're a fucking alpha. I'm an alpha. The fuck out of here. The world could not and will not ever be run and did not get built and not get or constructed just by all alpha males. That's back in the day caveman shit. And you know who took over the alpha male? Smart niggas. The strongest niggas in the world work for smart men. Nigga. So beat your fucking chest and realize your world has been gone a long time. This is not the days of Conan the Barbarian and all that shit. This ain't the 60s and the fucking, hey, Fonzies. Like, nah, it's a whole new world, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then the smartest and the genius, listen, do you realize the people that run the world or be students and shit like Elon Musk and a lot of these niggas, they ain't finished college. They ain't really the smartest niggas in the world. The smartest niggas in the world work for them. They run their companies and shit and do all the hard work. Those are the smartest people. The bravest people in the world are the people that fight wars and be police and all that. Do they run shit? No. That's why these fucking online presence motherfuckers, these real life and life motherfuckers, I laugh at everybody. Cause I'm like, listen, dog, all that none of that shit. I see the use of it. I see the point of it. Have your fan club, have your way, carry on your traditions. Nothing of salute to you and your ways. But nigga, I ain't you. Your ways don't work for me. Some of that shit does not make sense. And it won't work for my life. So I ain't gonna say your shit is wrong. Nah, your shit is built for niggas that's like you. It's gonna work for niggas like you. You know? And I'm starting to find out there's less of yous than us. So, I don't give a fuck about what y'all doing no more. Y'all live off the Sigma. It's Sigma's time. Beta, y'all had y'all time, the builders, that's the farming era. Farmers and love, and the alphas came and said, warrior kings, you're ruled over. And then the wizards and the smart niggas came, you're ruled over. And then the cunning and the C students came and said, you's are ruled over. Get it? So skip me with all that fucking horse shit. I live in the real world. You live in the world. Now back to what I was saying, because it all relates. We're having a wonderful conversation about able to like one thing and like another on the opposite side. And because you like that one thing, the people over there think you're that. And then when you express that other thing or show interest in that other thing because they don't like that or because it's opposite of what their fan club is, you're a fucking outclass. You're a traitor now. You like that too? You can't. You know what I mean? Perfect example. The fucking hood culture. You like rap, but you like rock and roll? Oh, you ain't a real nigga. Not realizing black people made rock and roll. That's what makes me laugh at you niggas in the streets. You low level Super Saiyans. Your ignorance makes me laugh. You a white boy. You like rock and roll. And nigga, we made all this music, you goofy bitch. You goofy ass nigga. They not like us. We're allowed to like anything, nigga. We made up most of these styles. You niggas just forgot. Oh yeah, cause they took it from us and now they represent it. And you goofy ass niggas really believe it. Go back and go look up your history, dog. Look up your history. And then you tell me liking classical music, I'm a fucking traitor when we the one that made it up, you goofy bitch. When we have composed, if we didn't make it up, we composed, we've done these things. Tell me I'm a fucking goofy cause I want to be a cowboy. When niggas was raised like go to Texas right now, you'll see motherfuckers still carrying on a tradition and they'll let your stupid ass know. Nigga, we made it up. Why you think they call it cowboy? Who the fuck you think is a grown ass man gonna let another nigga call him a boy? Oh, you gonna have to learn history with that one. Boy. Goofy ass niggas. Y'all niggas don't even know shit. And that's why you'll sit there and tell your own brother you a goofy for liking your own shit that I forgot we even made. Because I didn't even know nothing. I thought we just made up rap. Slavery was yesterday. We just got out. It should be hilarious. Like I was saying. And we're discussing how you can like these very different things because you actually know history or you know things. You like it and you don't care why other people don't. You it makes you feel and it allows you to express and be so you're not biased. Doesn't matter who made it up. You know? It doesn't matter who makes it up. What matters is what it makes me feel. Sorry it doesn't make you feel nothing. Sorry hearing a song about family and love doesn't do nothing for your experience in this world. Sorry, my bad. Sorry you need to hear about another man shooting another man down every day of your life. You need to hear about part of life that you don't live all day long. You wish you did. You wish you was living that. You wish you was rich. You wish bitches ran up to you and popped ass and you was, but that shit ain't happening for 90% of nobody. And then when you really look at these stars, that shit don't even happen for them. Listen to the stories of how they're really out here just paying for pussy and shit. They're not just getting this off the strength of who they are. They're getting it off the strength of the character and that they're gonna pay. They're going to pay. Solutions. It's pathetic if you ask me. Anyway, so as we begin to have this short conversation and acknowledge each other's actual, it is weirdness now in a world of, you know, or people like that not being in the mainstream, you know? Because as I find more of us, as I've been traveling around these states and or whatever, right? And meeting people, I've seen so many of us. And we got talents, some people are just regular people and workers and all these things, right? And I realized niggas, like, we really need to speak up. We need to, it's our time. It really is. We're so needed in this world right now. It's sad. you know. But I realized in talking to her, like she was like we were working on what we do, or like many other people were doing our things, and I realized that this type of thing is gonna have pushback and a slow progression. Like it's gonna grow slowly because it's not something that could be understood by these people that are one-sided. You know, because being one-sided is not a bad thing. If you only like this, I can't say that you're wrong for that. That's your level, you know. But you can't say I'm not real to that because I also like this. You know what I'm saying? That's where you draw the lines of opinions, ranks, and all that other shit. And once you get to opinions, that's your very being. That's you. So that means I don't have to give a fuck about your opinion or why you only like that one thing. It is right for you, and what I'm doing is right for me. My like and experience of this world is just a little more than yours. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean my shit is bigger, better, or none. Doesn't mean none of that. But you motherfuckers silencing our shit is that shit's almost over. Cause the courage to speak is drawing within people, I realize. A lot of things are being said, and a lot. And I really believe that's what this, what how do you say the Aquarius age and all this time, this thing, this inevitability. It's inevitable. And it's going to be very, I can't wait to see what comes from this. This, because I see it myself. It's in many different things. Like, people are religiously like this. People are becoming like this in the worldly way of things. People like multiple things and see how these things are useful, and then because you're in that one category you get shut down, like, no, you can't use the other side shit, you can't like the other side shit, you can't and it's like, nah, yeah, I can. I won't be with you, and I'm not going to be with them. I'm going to take what the fuck is real from that and what's real from that, and I'm going to make this all love and all praise to the Most High. Hope you guys have a good night. Hope these thoughts inspire people to be yourself and learn to appreciate that. No matter how big or small you feel. I ain't gonna say that you are because I don't know what you are. Most of us think we are what we feel we are. But I'm starting to realize, well, I've always known my feelings are only my thoughts, but are those thoughts real? You know? You only are what you do. That's the solidary proof of reality. You can say whatever, which would make you feel things. Other people can say whatever, which would make you feel things. What do? You can't deny what you do.